Oh, okay, we're on. Yeah, so this is my first solo review. It's a game for PS3 called Socom Confrontation. Now this particular Socom series was the series that I guess started the clan I'm in on Xbox Live and PS3. Check out the website. I'll plug it here. I'm sure they don't mind. Clantech.com. TEQ, not TECH or TECK. It's TEQ. Clantech. Also, I'm going to plug Game Betties here. That's a good forum. Clantech's a good clan. You guys should look them up. It's fun. But anyway, Socom Confrontation.
What?
Nothing.
Just massaging my neck.
I'm sure you are. Socom Confrontation. This game doesn't have a plot, as the reason being is it's simply and completely and only multiplayer. Now, besides it not having a single-player mode, which I know kills it for a lot of people, because some people like to play single-player only and that kind of deal, but that is a PS3 game, and let's face it, 360 is more popular. The single player notwithstanding, the multiplayer aspects of this game, they made it multiplayer only, but they went all out on it. I mean, you can do a whole bunch of shit. You can change your stance, you can lean out from walls, you can, put sights on your guns, silencers, you can pick your gun, but there are some things with this game that are kind of quirky, and but basically the gameplay is a typical third-person killing spree. There's lots of... I mean, you can't do a first-person view unless you're zooming in on something. And that kind of hurts the gameplay for me a little bit. I mean, I like to be able to see, especially in first-person shooters, or shooters in general, when it's this in-depth, I would like to be able to see in front of me, because if it's behind view and it's completely multiplayer, it's kind of a pain in the ass to... see behind you and spin around, and
that's true.
Your character partially blocks some of what you're doing. I mean, now this is why I don't play Gears of War online, because I'm afraid third person will kill. I mean, first person it's fine. Our first player is fine. Single player mode's fine when third person, but for multiplayer, I don't like third person multiplayer. It's just not something not something I'm interested in. So, but this game is a little bit different. I do like this one. I don't play it as much, but when I do play it, I tend to play it for a good decent amount of time. Usually I'll move on to Call of Duty after that, because I get kind of pissed off at SOCOM. But this game is very realistic. You have to push a button to talk to your teammates. If someone's... This is kind of something I think is kind of cool. It's like a radio. You have to key it up to talk. But if you're just talking and your mic's on, people in the general vicinity of you can hear you.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's very cool, and I think that'd be a great idea for Call of Duty. Actually, I don't know if they're ever going to do that type of thing for Call of Duty, but I think it'd be a cool idea. I mean, it changed the gameplay a little bit, but there are no characters in this game. Mainly because, again, it's completely multiplayer. Everyone's character is someone they created themselves, and there is a good variety of looks you can put on your character in this game. Which, as he knows, I like that kind of stuff a lot.
That's true.
I like customizing my characters. I mean, ask him. I mean, seriously, if you want to know how long it takes me to make a character in anything, it can take me up to an hour.
He rocks them, and which I guess that's good, since it's a full multiplayer game. I mean, if I were to play it, I'd be shooting generic man 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right, and I mean, I really appreciate games that'll go all out and help you make your own personal character. Games like Oblivion and Fable, games like that where you can do that kind of thing. I mean, it's very, very cool. So, just like to give a shout out to creative minds out there that like to do that kind of stuff. It's fun to do. But again, the characters, the people, basically people you shoot in the face. I mean, it's fun shooting people in the face. It's just awesome. So, if you like shooting people in the face and you like multiplayer, this is a good game for you. But anyway, I like the game modes in this game. I mean, there's a game mode where you have to... Well, there's two sides that you can play on in this game. You can play as the commandos, which is the good guys, and the terrorists, which is obviously the bad guys. And depending on what mode you're playing, depends on what sometimes what you have to do. Like, there's one mode where you have to evacuate VIPs, and in that same mode, if you're playing as commandos, you evacuate them. If you're playing as terrorists, you have to kill the VIPs. And that's just how it works. And I think that's kind of a cool way they did that. And, again, there's just simple team death matches. There's, you know, it's very similar to, what I call it the Battlefront complex. You have to hold a certain amount of areas, and when you get a certain amount, that you win the battle, that kind of thing. So that's kind of what some of the gameplay modes are. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I know there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good ones. There's some meh ones, but generally they're pretty good. The game modes are good. What I don't like about this game is because it's so in-depth and there's so much stuff you can do, leading out from corners, switching your stance from left to right so you can aim a different direction. Just there's so much you can do that the buttons and stuff, it's really hard to pick up and play. Like, now, granted, once you learn how to play it, the button combinations come naturally. But when you have to hit like 6 different buttons at once, that's a little exaggeration, but when you have to hit like multiple buttons at once to get one thing to happen, and it's your first time playing this game against people who've been playing Socom since the first one, it's very, very hard to pick up and play. So I'm going to give this game a 4 out of 5. One reason being the fact that there's no single player. I really do enjoy single player. Multiplayer only games are fun, but I mean single player is nice too. If you can do some stuff on your own, it's nice. And I mean, just it's hard to pick up and play. There should be some sort of a little bit of pullback on the mechanics of the controller of the game. So I give it a 4 out of 5. If you like the Socom series, I'd get it. If you like third-person shooters, I'd get it. If you like multiplayer games, I'd get it. But just know it's very, very, very hard to pick up and play. So moving on, the next review is going to be New Super Mario, done by him. I haven't played it yet, but I'm interested to hear this review. So, yep, that's about it.